Okay. Oops. You don't need my face in there, do you, chat room? No, you do not. All right. Here we go. The read begins in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS. Don't burn the house down.
Randy Quaid is where he should be.
That's right. How many eyeballs are up there?
Leia's slave bikini went for bank.
Major spoilers.
V for video games and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
Ask the child if he or she is choking.
Are you choking? Are you choking?
The Morning Stream. Better than a straw tart blueberry pop tart.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to TMS, The Morning Stream for Monday, October 12th, 2015. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett. Hi, Brian.
Hello, Scott Johnson.
Hello. Does it feel like Monday?
It does. It's too early to tell, but it pretty much does feel like a Monday.
It is too early to tell. It is too early to get a fish sandwich. And it is too early to say how this is going to go because I always feel like the bank holidays are weird episodes, and I don't know why. Can't really put my finger on it.
It's because we don't have that anticipation of what comes in the mailbox later today.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's that.
We do the show with this like, oh, I wonder what's going to arrive in the mail today.
Yeah, am I going to get pickles or more weird Oreos? Like, what's going to happen?
Or cheeseburger flavored goldfish.
Or a bill I can ignore.
Goldfish flavored cheeseburgers.
Ooh, you know, I almost ate that whole bag.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, look.
Scott.
I'm playing a lot of Heroes, and we had some games the other night, and it was fueled by these, and I've got maybe the bottom 15% left.
Okay, I think heck with my intervention. Here's what's left in my bag. Can you see
you have
the
a
video?
lot. Yeah, you have a lot.
It's still like 3/4 of the way full.
Yeah, I've been a bad boy. Did you?
It's because I put a sticker on the front that saw Meow Mix.
Oh,
and
okay.
it kind of deters me from.
Okay, good. Well, it's a good thing it both
It really
like
looks like Meow Mix.
and it kind of smells like it too. But do you still put them in the 3 stacks? Like you have to do the burger, the cheddar, and the ketchup together?
No,
Okay.
I just reach in, grab a handful because there's way more of one flavor than there is another.
Yeah.
Now I'm not gonna lie. When I eat Skittles, if I dump all the Skittles or Smarties, yeah, there's way more cheddar than there is ketchup and burger.
The cheese is way more.
Because they really just pulled the cheddar from where they've got those.
Yeah,
from the bag of cheddar goldfish.
You know my theory is that these brown and red ones are just goofed up, burnt versions of the other type.
Accidentally got food coloring in that batch.
Yeah, and some brilliant marketer is in the other room going, you know what we could do? Make a burger out of it.
Perfect.
Anyway.
So what was I saying? I was saying
Something about intervening. I need an intervention.
No. After the intervention, I was talking about. Oh shoot! It was important, or not important, but it was going somewhere. I was going somewhere with that line of questioning.
Nothing we say on the show is important. Keep that in mind, folks.
The flavors and handful. Oh! I was talking about how if I'm eating Skittles or Smarties or M&Ms, if I dump them all out of the bag, I do kind of group them, and if there's like 5 brown ones and only 2 red ones, I wait until I'm down to 2 brown ones before I eat any of the red ones.
Okay, that is a little weird.
That is a little weird. There's a little OCD in my snacking.
Yeah. Is it OCD? Yeah.
I think that'd be OCD.
I always think of OCR. Remember back in the day?
What was your favorite? Were you an Omni?
I was an Omni page guy.
Omni guy,
Was it Omni
You
page?
seemed like an Omni page.
Yeah, I had an HP scanner and I had Omni page, and that's how you got business done. Yeah, that is a little weird, and it reminds me of a Seinfeld episode we watched yesterday with the kids where his date kept wearing the same dress every time they went out, and it drove Jerry crazy, and he was convinced that she had like nothing but a closet of those dresses, and it was, hilarity ensued like it often does on that show. Right. But it reminds me of that. It's like just a little quirk. You're still 100% fine. Brian's okay, everybody. He just has this thing with M&Ms and Skittles.
So, and there's a couple people in the chat room who are saying that they do the same thing. Like if you have, a bunch of Skittles of one flavor, you don't want to like burn through the ones you've only got a couple of, right? You want to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna save those for last, and then I can rotate through them. And
I feel like I used to do that more. I feel like I've gotten less patient with myself as I've gotten older. So if you give me like, I'll just grab whatever's there. Like, all right, let me just eat all these. So the question remains: you gonna eat all the goldfish before you eat the other 2 flavors? You gonna get them down so they're equal numbers?
No. There's no way. Otherwise, I mean, that's like 3/4 of the bag is cheddar. So that's just a handful kind of thing.
You should do
maybe if I dumped a bunch out on the table, I might do that. But if I'm reaching in the bag, I don't care.
Here's what you should do. Here's what you should do: put them all into burger configurations until there's nothing but burger configurations, and then whatever's left, then you eat those first.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I like your thinking.
I won't give any names, but there is a person in my family.
Yeah.
Who, if they're eating a meal where they've got several different things, like let's say you've got some pasta and then bread and a salad.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Each bite that they take that they then chew on and masticate for a little while. Yes, I said masticate.
Yeah, I heard it.
Must contain all 3 things.
Oh, you're kidding? Really?
No, I'm not kidding.
That is a little bit weird.
But they don't, and we've talked to this person about it, and they're they're like, yeah, I just do it because I like all the flavors together. It's not like I don't even realize I'm doing it. They know they do it, and they do it because they like all the flavors together. Eating Thanksgiving dinner with this person,
oh my gosh,
is the stuff of the stuff of magic.
They're like a little blender over there. They're just putting it all together.
They look like a friggin' chipmunk with their cheeks full because they can, you've got 11 things in front of you, right? You get your cranberries and your turkey and your mashed potatoes and your corn and your green bean casserole and your sweet potato stuff and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And to get even a morsel of each thing in your mouth takes
wow.
Takes a
That's
bunch.
That is an odd thing, but hey, each his own. My daughter still barely opens a can of soda, just barely pops it so a little bit can come out, and then just sucks on that all day.
Oh, yeah. Tristan is, here's what Tristan does. He opens a can of soda, he takes a drink out of it, he sets it on the table, he gets distracted by something, and we end up throwing out an entire can of soda later that day.
They get those little sugar goo worms in them if they sit out too long.
Good Lord, yeah. So
it's bad. Nick, that sounds like Nick. It's nice.
Reseal.
It's nice to know sons all have a few things in common. Nick is constantly opening a can of something and leaving it somewhere.
Yeah,
which is great. And eating a bowl of cereal at like 1 a.m.
Yep. That happened last night. Cinnamon Toast Crunch for the win.
Yeah.
Boy.
I wish I could do that still. That's the thing I can't do anymore. Sitting up at 1 eating a bowl of, it just sounds horrible now. It sounds like I would die overnight if I did that. Anyway, so we got a few things going on today. It's Monday, of course, and got all our usual business. But I wanted to point people's eyeballs in the direction of something I'm really, really, really enjoying right now. People already know I'm into Heroes of the Storm, and that's great.
No way.
But I started a little podcast called Core. It's on frogpants.com/core, and it's a weekly show dedicated to all things Heroes of the Storm, and it's interesting in the one sense that it features largely new voices. Like these aren't just us, digging around the community and saying, "All right,
Frog Panthers."
Yeah, musical
in a different
chairs.
order, like Taco Bell.
Sometimes we do that, but this time it's new people. It's Bo Schwartz. No one had probably heard of him before, but super smart guy, lives up in Canada. He goes by Gorath. He's really good at this game.
You called him Bo Bridges at one point.
I may have called him Bo Bridges at one point. I shouldn't do that.
No, whatever.
He's the less crazy Bridges. Of the Bridges brothers, he seems the most down to earth.
Well, I don't think they have the same problem with the Bridges that they do with the Quaids.
No. Oh, no. And, oh, man, do we have Quaid news today? I can't wait.
The Baldwins.
We got some big Quaid news today. So anyway, him and John Jagger, I'm just having a blast with it. So I bring this up for 2 reasons. One, I'd like new people to check the show out. If you're interested in that stuff, you can go find it at frogpants.com/core. All the subscription stuff is there. It's all free. To, iTunes and wherever your apps you're using, all that stuff. It's just normal podcast business. But for whatever reason, we're really, really feeling it. It just feels really good. And whenever that happens, I like to draw attention to it. So
you're definitely easily the most knowledgeable person I know on Heroes of the Storm. So
just imagine Bo Bridges, Bo Schwartz. Just imagine Gorath laying down his thick layer of knowledge.
Yeah.
And John's a bringer too. They're both great. That's the thing, is everybody's just firing on all cylinders on that game right now. So it's good.
I heard from Furt Raider Civ that you were playing, live streaming some games of Heroes.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you guys are playing like one of these well-known teams.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And you destroyed them. From what I hear,
we got lucky. I think they had some stand-ins or something.
Oh, really?
Well,
Okay,
there were just a couple of
playing on
names.
their account.
Well, there were a couple of names on there where like, oh, that's so and so. He's ranked whatever. Like we.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was everyone. And that probably
it wasn't the full team. It was like
2 guys together and then everyone else. And then it's never enough to be 2 ringers if the rest of your team blows. So that may have been what happened there. I do not want to give us too much credit, is I guess what I'm saying.
Okay, all right.
But we like Civ, and we like to call him Tyler Shaw, which is his actual name. And the reason we do that is it sounds like a supervillain, doesn't it?
Tyler Shaw.
It's like Tyler Shaw would like to play. Invite Tyler Shaw to the game. He's got a giant laser pointed at the earth. It's a total villain name.
It is a villain name. Wow.
Anyway.
Good point. Cool. So Core. Frogpants.com/Core.
Go check it out. I think you'll like it. Also, a quick mashup.
What's going to happen to that show when Legion comes out?
It's going to stay there. It's going to keep going. I hope it will be. It'd be funny. Here would be the irony of it. If suddenly Core became a show that talked about other Blizzard games, now that would be funny.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, that suddenly everything I do just talks about Blizzard games. Anyway, I'm going to play a mashup. This is from friend of the program, Shane English. Yay. Oh, where is his... Oh, wait, it didn't come over. Something's wrong with that file. Gosh dang it. I was all ready for this. Oh, wait, here we go.
Okay, I was going to have to try and recreate it manually.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Shane English sent this in. It's actually, it got stuck in like an email loop, and I didn't know where it was, and we finally found it, and he sent this weeks ago, but it's awesome, and I wanted to play it now. It's 886 through 888 of this show, and it made me laugh, so here you go. Milica 3. That sounds right now that I say it. Milica 3. So
I can kind of see where this is going, but I'm gonna let you finish.
Dude, trust me. I'm just sitting here in like half my underwear just playing a video game.
Oh, no. That made it worse. The gypsies, the Jews, or the gays? Who am I going to offend today?
Yeah.
I mean everything. It's inconceivable.
That makes me want to play with your boobs.
Oh, no. And basically was anatomically correct. You could put half a bag of M&Ms in her mouth.
Ronda Rousey? Is it Rousey? Rousey?
We're doing this. Are we going to have to ask how to pronounce every single word on this show?
Children in Zambia, children in Thailand are using iPhones to create monkey videos. Let's watch.
If you haven't had shawarma yet, I'm getting more today, I think. Just little furry juries, that's all. Little juries running around. Brian needs coffee. I need a sandwich. Come on, let's get this going here.
That information has been filed away for later use.
Shane knows how to bring out the excitable ibit. I like that.
He does. It's funny because isn't Shane the guy I called out last time for not having enough ibit in
I think that's Dave Fuller. I think it's a different dude.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Oh well, Shane, you're winning the the mashup war.
Battle of the mashups. Yeah, you're totally winning.
That's right.
I don't know where Iceworm lands in that. Anyway, all right, so there's all that. That's all good and well, but there's a headline in here that says 24 hours without Tina and Brian still hasn't burned down the house.
Yes.
She's gone for 2 weeks? What
Tina's
the crap?
gone for 2 weeks. Business trip to, I don't wonder if I should say where she is.
Is it foreign?
No, it's domestic.
It's here in the United States?
It's here in the United States.
Is it in the lower 48, Brian?
It is in the lower 48,
okay.
And I will say that it is a state that, if you removed it, the U.S. would look like a big donut.
All right, I'm gonna assume I think I know what it is without saying it. I'm just glad it's not. I'm glad it isn't Wyoming, and you'll find out later.
Okay, ooh, can't wait to find that out.
Yeah, you'll really be glad it isn't Wyoming when I tell you. Anyway,
so right now things are still going well, right? We still have food.
Yeah.
We still have clean clothes.
Sure.
We still have all the animals are still alive, and the boy is still alive.
Good.
And so far so good.
Yeah.
But
we'll do a daily check-in on this because
we'll have to do a daily check-in.
Things can go south real fast.
Tina Watch 2015 or something.
Yeah. 2 weeks.
But
that's a long freaking
2 weeks.
time.
It's a long time. It's not the longest. The job that she does, and I mentioned on the show before, and I think she's even said, "Yeah, don't talk too much about my job, Brian." So I won't mention it again. But the job she does often takes her, not often, used to when she first started, even her training was like she was gone for a month, gone for straight 4 weeks, 4 full weeks.
Jeez.
But since then, there's been maybe 2 or 3 trips that were a month long, and then a few day trips. It's been a while though since she's had one of these trips. So
we won't talk about the time Brian had to nurse the baby all by himself.
It was a chicken, Scott.
Oh, the baby was a chicken. Oh, who knew?
But
who knew? Yeah.
I will say that it took less than 24 hours. I think less than 12 hours of Tina being gone for me to make a questionable decision that I would I have made it if she were at home? I don't know. But
I'm dying to hear what your new obsession is.
All right.
I love these. They take you over and they nearly destroy you every time. This is great.
So it's no secret to anyone in the chat room, and certainly anyone who's seen my desk, that I'm going whole hog into this 3D printing thing. I'm totally digging it. I've been making, doing my own designs. I've been downloading stuff off Thingiverse and a couple other websites and printing them. I've got a weird red Hulk wearing an Ant-Man helmet right here.
Of course you do. That's
for some reason.
Why wouldn't you? By the way, spoilers for the new Hulk movie. Jeez. Sheesh.
I've got a skull thing for Halloween here that I printed. But do you know what my biggest complaint has been about my 3D printer, Scott?
That the sex toys are porous and don't work. I don't know. I'm trying to think, because you've been pretty happy most of the time.
I've been pretty happy, with the exception of one aspect of this thing, is that the build volume is small. I can only print things up to 4.5 inches by 4.5 inches by 4.5 inches. Even the really cool card holder thing that our own major spoiler, Steven Schleicher, sent me the files to print, are too big. It's a thing that just holds a friggin' deck of cards and some dice, and it's too small.
That's true. You have mentioned this before.
So, for the last few months, I've had on my Amazon wish list a couple printers I was looking at. I was looking at the Maker. What was them? It was one of the MakerBot ones, and then another one by. Shoot, I can't remember, but it's got a cool little domed glass thing on the top that's kind of cool, and the BQ Wit box, and it just kind of I kind of look over at it and it's like, yeah, $2,500 or $1,800. No way, I'm not going to do it.
Sure, it's hard to justify when it's
it's extremely hard.
It's one of those hobbies that you start to be like a pro golfer at that point. You start spending a lot of money on clubs and
exactly.
Yeah, right. I understand.
So. Yesterday, and I think the last time I looked prior to yesterday, I think I looked like Thursday or Friday, and it just comes up in your wish list. Here are some things in your wish list. Why don't you treat yourself? And it's always like, yeah, because I don't have $1,500 floating around Amazon. That's why I want to know. But the BQ Wit box pops up, and it's $600, and it's normally $1,999. It's normally almost $2,000.
Yeah,
And I'm like, well, what the heck? Why would I not do that? And I hit that Prime button, because this is free shipping.
Yeah.
So tomorrow,
that's exciting though.
Now, the build volume on this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, be prepared, man.
How many inches can we make?
Take out an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper.
Okay, I got one right here.
All right.
Hold on.
Okay.
All right.
The nice Foley work there.
Yep.
Now extend the long way about another 1/2 inch.
Okay, about there.
So 8.5 by 11.5 inches.
Okay.
Now take another 8.5 by 11 piece of paper and put that perpendicular, so you got kind of like an L shape with the long edges together.
No way. All right.
That is the build volume.
Wow, really?
I can 3D print my current 3D printer. The build volume on the Wit box is big enough that I can actually 3D print my current 3D printer.
I'm really jazzed about that. I'm excited for you. What's the first big giant thing you're gonna make?
I've got a bunch of things I'm thinking about. We're having a poker night Saturday night, and I'm thinking about. This is, not as exciting, but I'm thinking about 3D printing some chip holders, because that's the one thing my poker table doesn't
That's
have.
when 2-week bachelorhood starts to take a dive, is when poker night.
Right, exactly. Yeah. It's like, hey, Katie's got time to have a poker night. The thing that I'm really looking at printing is a full head Star-Lord mask.
Oh, one you could wear.
Star-Lord helmet that I can actually wear.
And you could sand it and paint it and do all the stuff you want to do.
Exactly, and actually make it look, using some Builder and techniques that I've learned. actually have a full-size Star-Lord helmet that looks like
that's awesome.
Had some weather done to it. Little headphones inside so I can listen to Come and Get Your Love.
Yeah.
And other 70s songs from my awesome
other hits. That's amazing, dude. I'm so excited now.
Yeah.
To see what you come up with. And is it a fast printer? Like, what's your expectations on the tech side of it?
It's actually going to be as fast or faster, and the same micron level of quality that the current one is.
Okay, well, here's what you need to do. Yeah. Every day while you're using the new printer, have the old printer print out a small, flat, circular, frowny face. And just have it do that every day, once a day.
Just like its current mood. Like
its own little emoticon, like, oh, better printer now.
Right. I've been forgotten.
You just waste a bunch of filament on that, and everything will be fine. And is it the same stuff, the same coiled up goop?
Uses the same filament, so all the filament rolls that I still have right here, I'll be able to use. And I think, based on where I place this, I might be able to put it directly under it. Now, here's the thing. Here's the I wouldn't call it buyer's remorse, but it's buyer's, oh yeah, I should probably think about that.
Yeah.
Build volume is huge, right?
Right.
So that logically would translate to the printer therefore has to be huge.
Yeah, it's going to be a larger printer for sure.
It is going to be a larger printer. This thing is and I didn't think about that until this morning. I'm thinking, oh yeah, so where am I going to put this? Oh, I should probably look on Amazon and see how big this thing is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 25.5 inches by 25.5 inches base.
That's really big. Are you going to 3D print a table to put it on?
I have to 3D print a room. I have to 3D print an add-on to our house to store the 3D printer in.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I have to 3D print some bricks and
this is amazing.
Yeah, but no, I can either. I do have a table to my left here, to the left of the standing desk, that I might use. If I want, I can actually put it over in another part of the basement because I can plug it into a Wi-Fi port and actually use it remotely and print to it remotely. And then it's like I can be printing stuff 24 hours a day.
Yeah, we're living in this is a special time. I think that's fantastic. Well, I'm excited, man. I cannot wait to see what you end up doing. You do have a problem, but I'm supporting your problem. I'm going to enable it. I'm going to give you ideas. I'm going to say, hey, have you 3D printed a Darth Vader picking his nose yet? Well, no, then do it. Anyway.
Does anybody want to take any bets on when Tina listens to this podcast? Because she'll be able to download and listen to TMS just like she does when she's home.
Oh, wow. Your wife listens every day. Does she always catch it?
She catches it most of the time. She feels like this show's gotten stale, Scott. I'm totally kidding. She loves the show.
She's not ready to come on with all their questions and ask us. They've gotten stale. Huh.
I'm kidding. She catches the show probably 4 out of the 5 days a week. The episodes she never misses are the Wendy episodes.
Oh yeah.
And TMSPM because she feels like it's some of our funniest stuff.
Oh really? That's interesting. Yeah. Wendy. The Wendy episodes are hard to miss. I think if you value human life, then you check out the Wendy episodes. Yeah, well, all right, Brian. If you're in Total Recall and I said to you, hey Brian, how long is Tina out of town? You would say
2 weeks.
What are you having for dinner tonight with the boy?
2 weeks.
Oh shit! It's a robot man. His face will split.
How many? What's the spoiler length of time that Vince Gilligan says?
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I don't know what my voice was just now. That wasn't right at all. All right, it's Daryl time. Let's get him in here. I think it's Daryl time.
Yeah. Look in Skype under skills.
Skills, there he is. It's like saying skills wrong, isn't it?
Skills. I've got a particular set of skills. How come have we never made that joke?
Nope. That's the first time, and you win. You win today's prize. If Cleo's keeping score this week, it's a brilliant idea. I love it. All right, you bunch of chuckleheads. It's Stump a Trek Nerd, brought to you by...
Listen to A Dad's View podcast. A Dad's View is a fun look at parenting from, you guessed it, A Dad's View, because you've been a parent as long as she has. Women are banned from listening, so be honest here. A Dad's View podcast. This is a safe place. Find us on Facebook. What? Which is not a safe place.
Daryl, did you just say... Hold on. Did you just say...
What?
Is that what I heard?
What?
Are you there? Daryl?
Daryl?
We lost him.
Wow.
Well, that didn't go well. It went poorly.
He wedded himself right out of existence.
I heard him. Didn't you hear him?
I heard him too, yeah.
I totally heard him. Daryl, you there? Daryl? Hello? Can you... Oh, that's good. That's a great sign.
What?
You're all crusty. Can you hear us?
Oh, great. I always hear you.
Can you hear us now? No?
I always hear you.
Oh, okay. But it sounds like you're hearing us about 10 minutes after we say something. Can you hear me now? Tell me how fast you're hearing me now.
I hear you all the time.
Oh, okay, good. You're hearing us now. Well, good. That's great.
What?
All right, let's get to the point here. Daryl is the Trek nerd. Comes on the show, does Star Trek trivia, sometimes under the duress of a terrible LTE connection somewhere in Washington State. Today is no different. Daryl, let's throw this at you. Are you ready for this? Are you good? Do you want this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want it.
Before you get that, we have another mashup from Iceworm.
Okay.
Iceworm, you're up against some stiff competition lately with Shane and Dave. So let's see how yours holds up. Here we go.
Wow.
I have no idea. This could be the end of my cookies here.
Oh, Paul, it's not, I won't go home, Paul.
Yeah. I'm going to dip it in sriracha.
No, you're only going to have one piece of this a day, Scott.
Damn it, Brian. All right, I remember Chief Ding Dong or whatever his name is.
Chief Ding Dong.
Was it Chief Ding Dong?
Oh my God, the lights are on.
So we're going to start below our logo. Here's our logo. It's a GIF.
You need Italics B to take care of that rash.
We like pressure. Super happy pressure time. Brian Ibbett.
Listens to Nickelback. All right, that was random.
I think that was edited together, that last little bit.
Do you think that part about Nickelback was doctored?
Just a little bit.
Oh, okay. Well, I had always assumed that because whenever you call me, you're like, Scott, yeah? Look at this photograph!
Scott, this is how you remind me of how I really am.
I'm glad you remembered another song.
The other one.
The other one. Daryl, so all right, what's going on, man? How are you on MASH? Let's do a MASH check-in. Are you very far? What's going on?
Okay. I'm in the middle of season 10.
Oh, gosh, you're almost there. 11 is all they went, right?
I know, I'm getting sad already.
Yeah. Is it 10 or 11 that's short? One of those two is a short season.
They didn't have a writer's strike situation.
I don't think so. I just think that I don't know, like maybe Larry Gelbart said, I need just to get out of this or something. I don't know. I don't know what happened there, but I just know that we should have a theme for this.
That's what she said.
There you go. But it seems like it ended prematurely. Either 10 or maybe it was 11 that did. Or maybe I'm even remembering a couple of months ago wrong. I don't know. But are you feeling that feeling of, wow, Margaret's hair sure is white now. Is that happening to you? Because she's like...
Well, it's more Hawkeye's hair.
Oh, yeah, he's getting pretty gray.
Is he getting the gray?
But she's doing the full...
yeah.
I don't mean she's graying. She's got just that platinum, like... I don't know what to call it. It's like... Whatever the color of Microsoft Excel is in the background, that white, that's what color hair she has. It's like vaguely beige. I don't know what to call it.
Wow.
It's a bad comparison. But anyway...
Your hair is the color of Microsoft Excel in the background.
I want you to
She looks terrible now.
Yeah, I don't like... Well, it's not that it just doesn't match the era. It's supposed to be Korean War, and it looks like 78, you know?
Oh, yeah.
They were bad about that.
There's always a few nurses in the background that show up like that.
Yeah, and you're like, whoa, you're from the future.
My feathered hair from 1950? What?
Yeah, wasn't a good... But we weren't as good at it.
Nurse Kelly Nakahara, did she ever rock the feathered hair?
I don't know, did she?
Did you ever once invite me in for a cup of coffee?
Did you ever think of asking me on a date? You know, that episode had a real impact on me. I remember. It was a kid.
Well, I remember that first. Was that the same? That wasn't the same thing because it was.
Well, it was the one where nobody would ask her out.
She always heard them laughing, but they never invited her.
Oh, right. But then
she goes, "Did you ever think of inviting me in for a cup of stinking coffee?"
Oh, that was Margaret who did that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the episode where Nurse Kelly could never get a date, so finally Hawkeye asked her out. And it was like,
right, and it's almost like a pity.
It's a pity date, and I remember being very impacted by that, thinking, I'll never, ever want someone to feel that way. I remember that had an actual moral, like, it struck me as like, don't ever do that. And I'll remember this. Here's a parenting lesson, everybody, okay? Taylor's 12 years old. She's now, 20, so time has passed. But when she was 12... She went to her first dance at a junior high. And there was this great kid named Daniel who I always really liked. He was a neighbor kid and he went to the school, and I always liked Daniel. Super nerd, was going to go into genetic engineering, biology, something or other, and he knew from like 10 years old he wanted to do that. Perfect grades, a little bit on the, awkward social side.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Fine. I loved the kid, though. I thought he was awesome. And Taylor goes to this dance, and this nerdy, awkward kid mustered up the nerve to go and ask her to dance. And Taylor at the time was like the cute 12-year-old girl all the boys wanted to ask to dance. She doesn't believe this is true now, but I told her that's exactly what was going on. She didn't think it was. But anyway. So he walks up to her to dance with her, and she says, sure, and they go to start walking out to the thing. She takes a phone call on her old StarTAC flippy phone thing and then says, I gotta go, and leaves him standing on the floor. And when I found out about this, I was livid.
Yeah.
I was so angry at her, and she never forgot it. We still talk about it now, where she's just like, oh, that was so bad. I can't believe I did that. And I said, it was a really important lesson, and you've learned your lesson, and that's good. But, man, I don't know that I've ever been so pissed at one of my kids before. I was so freaking mad.
That's a therapy situation. This kid's going to be like, and then there was this time at this dance.
Well, I made her make brownies and go over there and apologize.
Aw.
So she went.
Good dad.
She went to the house and she sat down with him and apologized, and he was super gracious about it. And he's an awesome kid. He's like a total stud now. He's gonna be rich, and I'm gonna hope he remembers how nice I was to him. Anyway,
Mr. Johnson here. I made you some brownies. See ya.
See you later.
Where's the nearest landing strip for my private jet?
He'll just leave me on the dance floor, as it were.
Right.
All right. Anyway, sorry. There you go. Parenting 101. What are we doing here? I forgot. Daryl. Oh yeah.
Star Trek.
Star Trek. Yeah, we do it every day. In the Next Generation episode Evolution, the Enterprise says the Enterprise are studying, but I think they mean is studying a stellar explosion.
Enterprise are studying.
You should say the Enterprise crew is studying.
Yeah, or just Enterprise is studying a stellar explosion.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it says they are studying the decay of what element in this explosion. All right. So here's the possible elements: A, neutronium; B, rhodinium; C, duranium; or D, tetraburnium.
Very good.
Brian, I got every damn one of those.
You get a goldfish.
All right. Put it in the middle of my head.
Actually, you get an Oreo. How's that?
Ooh, that's right. I forgot we had those. All right. Think about those, Daryl. Neutronium, rhodinium, duranium, and tetraburnium. And then while you do think about it, let's do one of these.
Are you hungry?
Aren't you hungry?
What's a foodie?
My kids may or may not have opened this up and eaten most of them, but I haven't.
Wow, really?
Yeah, there's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left.
Okay, can I tell you that I'm a little bit weirded out by this?
What?
This is the first Oreo package in a long time that doesn't have the open it from the front door kind of thing.
Yeah, the little slipper slappy thing.
Yeah, this is like open it from the ends kind of thing.
How old is this?
What? Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Maybe it's old.
I'm used to the ease and...
How do I get in?
Because it's, what's nice about that is that it seals back up really eeasily.
Can you find the expiration on it?
I can't Oreo storage.
Oh, here it is. Expiration January of 2016. So, it's not. Oh wait, is that right? 04 January 16.
Using the phone to cut into it there, Daryl.
You know what? These may have been made in 2004. What? Hold on a sec. Just look at the date. It says.
Oh yeah, that's right. January.
It says 04 January 16, and then BD1E,
which is the 16.
My kids haven't been sick or anything. Everything's been fine. They've eaten most of these.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
But that makes me wonder, because that maybe 04 you wouldn't have had this.
No. They wouldn't put the year before the month. It would be day, month, year. So
would it?
January 4th, 2016.
Okay, we're okay then. Yeah, it is weird, but I'm with you. It's weird not to have that opener thing. All right. Well, here we go.
It smells really good.
I'm gonna eat one where it was goofed up in the factory, and it's supposed to be the pattern on the outside.
Says, yeah, Coverville and Scott Johnson. I noticed that too, and my Oreos went stale because of it. It's new.
Oh.
So it's new, but
meaning the new packaging makes them stale, like the new.
Well, because you can't seal it like you could the old one.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna eat this one that was badly put together in the factory, because they put the cookie on the wrong. They put the pattern side up.
Did they put it inside out?
Yeah. It feels weird to do this, but I'm gonna do it. Here we go. I think we've had these before, haven't we? Oh.
These are like a half green, half brown insides.
Well, they're supposed to be caramel apple. Did we not mention that? We may not have.
This is like when
So
you're
half of it's caramel and half it's caramel and half of it's apple.
Yeah.
This is like when you're halfway done with your Black Whopper.
Yeah. Racist.
No, I'm talking about. Never mind.
The green poo.
Four people in the audience got that. And I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I think a lot of people did because that's been all the news lately is the green Whopper.
Yeah.
Listen to this week's This
Even
American.
on Saturday Night Live.
If you listen to this week's This American Life, the entire episode is about weird food ideas from restaurants like the Double Down and the taco the Dorito taco shell at Taco Bell, and this falls into that category. Or even this cookie does, if you think about it.
Do they talk specifically about the Black Whopper and its effects on modern society?
They don't. They did not bring that one up, but they talk about the reason.
Brown.
Oh, they say the reason it's happening is because
it's green.
The fast food companies can't make money anymore, or they're not making the kind of profits they used to, and they think it's because places like Chipotle and I don't know other healthier, quick alternatives are eating into their business. So instead of going. What didn't work for them is McDonald's going, we've got this new healthy menu. That didn't really work. So what they're doing instead is going the opposite direction.
Here's the unhealthiest thing that we can think of as a novelty.
Yeah. They're playing to their core. Like, that's literally what they're doing. It was fascinating. People should listen to that episode. It was really good. Anyway, I love that kind of stuff.
Oh, my God. All right.
Did anybody die on that?
No, everyone lived.
Have a look at the link that TV Zegon just put in the chat room.
Okay.
There is a couple's costume this year.
Oh, no.
That's going to be all the rage.
All right, it is.
It is a Black Whopper and a
green poo. A green poo.
Yeah.
That's great. I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't thought about it. I should do something.
Yeah, I'm going as the skipper.
Yeah.
Tina's going to be going as Ginger.
Yeah.
And Crazy Neighbors are going to be Marianne and the professor.
No one's. Tristan could be Gilligan pretty easy.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to hang out with us. We've actually approached him about that.
Oh, he'd be a great Gilligan.
He would be a great Gilligan.
And
we feel like we need a Gilligan because
he could hit you in the gut with a coconut and you could go, ooh!
I think Crazy Neighbor, you know what? Crazy Neighbor, I think, is switching to Gilligan. We talked about this because Professor is a white shirt and khakis.
Yeah.
And he's just going to look like a Dockers commercial. So we had to have somebody wearing a red shirt and that sailor's cap and all that.
And the kind of bell-bottom white pants.
We're just going to look like an ad for Sears or something.
Yeah. Just look like a-holes on Halloween. That's what that'll be. That's great. Switching to Gilligan. Hey, I'm not here to judge. Lifestyle choices are up to other people. All right, Daryl, back to you now. You've got some sort of trivia-based information about Star Trek and its history.
Hey.
What is it? Oh, good.
Yes. If you can hear me.
Yeah.
On this day in 1974.
Yeah. I think he's hearing us very late.
Block incident aired.
Oh, okay.
Show.
I'm going to assume I heard that
you
whole
can't
thing.
Hear a word I'm saying,
the sunblock incident.
The sunblock incident aired. That's all we heard. Does that sound right? This is terrible. We got to give him a better connection.
Mm-hmm.
New Patreon unlock.
This sucks.
Daryl gets
one of those Karma. We need one of those Karma Go little portable Wi-Fi devices that does like a cellular signal. I wonder if I can give you my old one if it'll still work.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, because they just sent me a replacement.
Do you remember when it was all the rage to make a Pringles can antenna? Do you remember those? Those were kind of cool. Yeah, you just take a Pringles can and like.
Oh yeah, right, and you could make a better, stronger Wi-Fi signal
or something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember those were the rage for a while. Or you could use it to extend your notebook in your car to reach a neighbor's Wi-Fi and steal their Wi-Fi or something.
Right.
No, that was the deal.
For those without crazy neighbors.
Daryl, how are you now? You good?
Am I good?
Yeah, you sound great now.
You sound better now. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Where'd you go?
Whatever. Keep that hand in the air, whatever you're doing.
Yeah,
and wave it like you just don't care.
You're probably just in a little pocket of good connection there. Who's your provider, by the way? Are you AT&T, Verizon?
Yeah, it's AT&T.
Okay.
But it's that I'm in a can. I'm in a metal can. If I go outside, it's full stars or bars or whatever.
Full stars and bars. It's like you're in a it's like you're in a Costco in the frozen food section. I never get a good connection in there. It's the worst. Anyway, I hope that's not where I'm trapped when the zombies come, so I can't call my loved ones. Or maybe I do, because then there's food there. Right?
There's everything. Yeah, I think that's where you want to be, honestly.
Yeah, Costco, lock the doors. Oh, dude, that's a great place to be stuck.
You got tons of books. You got music. You've presumably got video games. At least you've got.
Oh, you got big TVs too.
Big TVs, yeah.
Consoles. I guess we don't have electricity necessarily, but we'd have.
They have generators.
Yeah, that's true. There'd be generators.
And some Costco's sell gas, so if you run out really quick, you can send the Glenn of your team.
Yeah.
Out to go get gas every once in a while.
Some bad golf shirts, some really bad khaki pants.
Right. Oh yeah, you guys would be styling.
Yeah, it'd be
That'd
awesome.
be a great TV show.
Yeah, so much trail mix. We'll never need another trail ever. It'll be amazing.
Right.
All right.
Beds, couches, says Civ. Yeah, snorkeling gear, kayaks.
Yep. Some kind of weird outdoor fireplace. You can use it inside there. There's all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
I'm loving it.
Perfect.
All right. Let's get to your answer here. Neutronium, rhodium, duranium, or tetraburnium. Sorry.
Tetraburnium.
I haven't even heard of the last one. That's what happens when you burn petrol. You get that.
Oh, really? Oh, I get you. No, not petroburnium. Tetraburnium. Is that the same?
Tetra?
Yeah, tetra, like Tetris.
Well, then you burn fish. Tetra fish. You know.
Tetra fish, right. Okay.
Neutronium, it's not that, because isn't that what Nibbler pooped?
Yeah, neutronium poops. Big, solid, dense neutronium poops.
Okay, so it's not that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, what was it, rhodinium?
Rhodinium, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say that it just sounds more possible than the other ones.
Well, let's find out if you're right. Is it rhodium?
Oh, no.
Incorrect. It is, in fact, neutronium.
Oh,
they are
really?
studying the decay of neutronium. Also in this episode, Wesley falls asleep at his desk and is late for his shift. He must have been up all night playing Hearthstone. Here's the clip. All right, here you go. Right here.
Riker to Ensign Crusher.
Go ahead.
Forget to set your alarm, Wesley?
Yes, sir. I'm very sorry. I'll be right there.
Oh, this is the one that I just saw. The other night.
You just watched?
Yeah, the one where because he fell asleep, all his little nanobots went into the ship.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, and that music, that was weird.
I hate that music.
Yeah, that weird synthy stuff. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Huh. It must have been early.
Poor Wesley was up all night walking with Corey Feldman to go look at a dead body.
I know, but they learned something in the end.
They did.
They really did.
Does anyone have friends like that, like they had when they were 12?
What's his famous line? Oh, he doesn't say it, though, but what's the line that everyone attributes to him in Jaws?
We're going to need a bigger boat?
We're going to need a bigger boat. They always think it's him, but it's not. It's
the other guy.
The main guy.
Yeah.
Dead guy. What's his name?
Not Steiger.
No, Ron, Rim Job, Jimmy John.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Rim Job, Jimmy John. Yes.
Daryl
eat there for lunch.
Don't go there. Daryl's the Trek Nerd on Twitter. Find him there. You can also find him at This Week in Trek, thisweekintrek.com, and back here tomorrow doing this all over again. Let's leave now with some trivia of your own. What do you got?
Okay, is this... I don't really like these, but it's too late. I can't make up new ones.
All right.
Trek or comics?
All right, here's your theme.
Chances are you've got wax buildup.
All right. Trek or comics?
Yes.
Okay.
To rule.
And this is a T apostrophe, right?
Yeah.
Are we still on that business?
Yeah, that little kick.
Not really, but that's just how it worked out.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was like the K apostrophe was last week.
I hope you're standing like a pretzel man getting this reception right now. I love the idea that you're just in some weird position.
I am. I have my right hand holding a cord and my left hand holding the phone as high as it can go.
That's amazing. Okay, let's make this happen every day. Comic or Star Trek? I don't know, man. You got a better memory of all the weird, like, Infinity Gauntlet business. It sounds like that.
It does sound like that. Oh, I can 3D print an actual Infinity Gauntlet that I can wear on my hand.
Truly obsessed.
Yes.
Truly obsessed.
To rule. Can we get a spelling? I know it's T apostrophe, but...
Yes, T apostrophe RUL.
Tarul.
It does sound like a.
Sounds like a Klingon, though. A little bit.
You think?
Tarul. This is Tarul. He is without honor.
I think that's a thing you read and you don't say out loud. Because I think if you're in the writer's room and say, we're going to name the planet Tarul. Well, the planet is to rule? No, Tarul.
No, Tarul, guys.
As opposed to looking at it on a printed comic page. T'_RUL. Oh, that's a cool. Thanks, Jim Starlin. That's a great name for a planet.
I like where your head's at. I think Brian's right. We say comics.
Yep.
I like where your head's at too. It's great logic and it's wrong.
Oh, oh shoot! I didn't mean to click him off yet. That was not on purpose, Daryl.
A little impatient to.
I just Nintendo fingered it. I did not mean to
hilarious.
do that. All right, I apologize. Ooh, we have quick news. Look at it.
Television highlights of the news of yesteryear.
This brief look at the news brought to you by
Shawarma.
Yeah, we had that.
I remember when Will Wheaton yelled that to get everybody to hurry up and run across the bridge.
Is that when he was there getting across the bridge? I remember that.
Bridge. Across the bridge.
Let's see. When did he? I have that clip. Let's hear it. Let's hear him yell it. Where is it?
Give it to me!
No.
That's not it.
That's him yelling. Here it is.
Train!
That's his favorite band, Train.
Nice. Train, yeah, right.
Randall Quaid. Famous actor Randall Quaid.
I heard of that fella.
He got detained in Vermont trying to cross the border. Actor and hair explosion Randy Quaid is expected to be arraigned Monday in Vermont. Come on down to the courthouse. We'll see if you're in trouble or not, see? That's how the Vermont people talk.
Yeah. Some jelly.
In Vermont on a charge of being a fugitive from justice after police say he was taken into custody while trying to cross into the country from Canada. He was coming from Canada. The Independence Day actor, great. Let's refer to a thing that's 22 years old.
Well, the quick change actor.
He could have said what's the one where he's an Amish guy?
The Kingpin actor.
Kingpin actor. He's in everything. He was great. You know what? I would have said vacation actor. That's what I would have said.
Oh, yeah, right.
His cousin
the Shitter's Full actor.
Yeah, Shitter's Full. Canadian.
Hey, Clark.
Canada's full. Let's see. Independence Day actor was detained by troopers at the Highgate Springs port of entry days after the Canadian official said he would be deported. Quaid is wanted in Santa Barbara, California to face felony vandalism charges filed in 2010 after he and his wife Evie were found squatting in a guest house of a home they previously owned.
Well, Shitter was full.
Yeah, Shitter was full. The pair skipped several court appearances, went straight to Canada, where Evie Quaid was granted citizenship. Randy Quaid's bid to gain permanent residency has been denied. So he is busted and will be back here in the States shortly.
Wow. So back to Santa Barbara to atone for his crimes.
For his horrible, horrible crimes.
That's a bummer, man. Like oh, they're living in their guest house of their previously owned home.
It's all very weird, and they're sure the FBI's out to get him. Their ex-agents trying to kill him. Like he's just, I don't know if, he's losing it.
Oh man!
Remember that video he made too? That weird video.
Yes.
Oh gosh, dude, what was he doing?
Screwed Rupert Murdoch.
Yeah, that one.
Yes.
What are you doing, Randy Quaid? Although you'd be a superstar on social media if you kept going.
Yeah.
Just keep it up.
Yeah.
Get your Tumblr going. Let's see. Wyoming man. What's his power?
Well, Wyoming man really can't do much except look at the dust and count horses. Excelsior.
He can do one more thing, it turns out. They found a Wyoming man with 30 eyeballs in his anus. Police made a routine traffic stop on Thursday morning and got more than they bargained for when Roy Tibbet, age 51, aren't they always, stepped out of his El Camino, don't they always, for a field sobriety test, and Casper police noted that several eyeballs inside of his right pant leg fell into the road.
Oh my God.
Feeling that they could have a potential murderer on their hands, police quickly drew guns and cuffed Tibbet.
Yeah,
it's awful close.
I see why you pulled this article.
Yeah. Tibbet assured police the eyeballs were not human.
Let's add that L.
Yeah, Tilbit. It's so close to Ibbet.
Yeah.
Tilbit assured police the eyeballs were not human, but instead they were cow eyeballs he had pilfered from Johnson's Meats, a slaughterhouse where Tilbit is an employee as a butcher.
Oh, it's all officers. I can understand why you might think I might be a murderer.
Yeah.
Don't worry. The 30 eyeballs I have at my butt are cow eyeballs, which I took from a butcher.
Oh, sorry to bother you, sir. Go ahead. Just drive safely.
Normal.
Yeah. Be careful. Get that rear brake light checked. We'll see you next week.
Yeah. What do you got your head up your ass?
Nope. 30 eyeballs. Company won't let. Here's what he says. Company won't let us take animal scraps home and instead toss them in the landfill. Tilbit told the police. They're a very wasteful company. We should be allowed to take scrap meat and other parts home. The company should be start a green initiative. They don't even have recycling at the plant. Oh my God. He explained his actions. I enjoy eating bovine eyeballs, and smuggling them out of my colon was the only way I knew to get them out potentially without getting caught or fired.
Well, if you're already eating cow eyeballs, how much? It's not that much grosser to have to pull them out of your colon before you eat them.
It's a bridge too close, you might say.
One piece at a time, and it didn't cost me a dime. It's like the old Johnny Cash song where he steals the parts to make his own Cadillac.
Yep, I remember that.
By smuggling it out of the...
If I didn't already know that, I would assume that's a Johnny Cash song, just the way you described it.
Yeah, he smuggles them out in his lunchbox like little pieces, one piece at a time from the Cadillac assembly line. Nice. So this guy's really he wants to build his own cow at home.
Basically. All start with the eyes and then carry them in his bum. He says this, I put them in soups, Tilbit said in the police report. Now, if this was a child's poem, it would say, I put them in soups right after they poops. That's what he should have said. They're beneficial for erectile dysfunction, which I currently battle, but also just like the texture and taste. I'll bet you do.
Hold on, Scott. Hold on.
Does this turn out this is fake? Is it fake?
Snopes says false.
What is the rap.com? Because I wondered the entire time about this. Jenny gave us this, by the way. Oh, wait, that's not the rap. That's the wrong link. I'm looking at the Princess Leia thing. Hold on. Where's the link to this?
To the Snopes article?
Yeah, do I not have... No, to this exact... Okay, here we go. I'm just trying to see what the source is.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah. Smileshappen.org. That must be real.
Oh, bummer.
Are these all fake? Let's see. How Kim Kardashian lost her virginity at 14 to this famous person. Sexual assault. These are all similar. Watch this crazy woman do donuts at a busy intersection before flipping her car over a hill. No one knows why this 12-year-old girl sneezes uncontrollably 1,000 times a day, but that's a real story. Isn't it? Now I'm wondering about that one.
Well, who knows?
So this is fake.
This one's fake, yeah. And,
all right. And
the thing is appropriately named hindsight, and why we didn't come up with that joke.
Yeah. The internet. You just can't trust it. And finally...
But this next one's real. One's real.
Princess Leia showed up with a bunch of fake Jabba the Hutt eyeballs in her nose. Princess Leia's slave bikini, her slave bikini, which titillated many 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds when I was seeing that movie. Anyway... From Star Wars, fetches $96,000 at auction.
Wow.
96 grand for the one she wore there.
Nice.
So if you were hoping to get that, too late. It's gone. $96,000.
I'm sure. Did Lucasfilm own it, or did she get to keep it?
It says here, hefty price tags.
Doesn't say.
Doesn't say who had it before. I assume the film. I assume Lucasfilm had it, right? I mean, she wouldn't carry that around with her, would she?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Well, imagine she wouldn't keep it around, carry it around with her, but she might have had it in the closet or something.
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to find it. It doesn't say who had it. What box was this in for all these years? That's the real question.
Right.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, it's time for Schleicher. He's doing some stuff. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Speaking of great 3D printing action.
Yeah, that guy knows what's up.
Can't wait to tell him that I can finally print a Groot like he did a video of.
Finally a Groot you can be proud of. And then Veronica should be here. I haven't talked to her, but I think she'll be here. And then
also yay.
Yeah, also yay. And then I have a very important question at the end of the show. We'll get to all that in a minute, but before that, Brian brought music.
I did, and just want to let people know this week. It's funny because there are some weeks where I get for the entire week maybe get about 15 requests, and I figure out, all right, I can only play 10, so I figure out which ones are a good fit for the show, which songs I can easily access and legally play. This week, however, is a waterfall, is a deluge of requests. Just today alone, there were 7 different requests just for today, not counting ones that came in for, hey, I know this is a Friday or a Saturday or Sunday, can you play it on Monday kind of thing. It's like all of these were requests for today. So if you did request something for today, I apologize that we're not going to get to it. But happy birthdays to let's see, Andrea, McCullough's friend Andrea, and happy anniversary for Squee and all that stuff. So
cool.
All right, but the one I'm actually going to play is by let me pull it up here. Didn't have it in front of me. Is a cover going out to Ducey. Dear Scott and Brian, in the beginning of the year, I was diagnosed with cancer, Hodgkin's lymphoma, and I've been getting chemo for 6 months. Today marks my last treatment, so I thought I'd celebrate by requesting a song. You guys have been with me while recovering the whole way through, and your positivity really helps. Signed, Ducey. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Good for you, and I know you've been through a lot over the last 6 months, and I'm hoping that that it's all good news. You mentioned that your favorite artist is Collective Soul. So how about a cover of a Collective Soul song that talks about a long journey and having a long road? You've had a long way to run. And Run, of course, is the song we're going to be playing. Originally by Collective Soul. Here's a great a cappella cover. This is one of those really transformative a cappella covers where they use some vocal tricks and microphone tricks to really simulate some other instruments. So it's a little bit more than the typical collegiate a cappella. It's Stanford Mix Company from their 2004 album Tree Museum. Here is Run.
These times contagious. I've never been this bored before. Is this the prize I've waited for? Now with the hours passing, there's nothing left here to ensure. I long to find a messenger. I got a long way to run. I got a long way to run.
The best tasting pound of Frankfurters money can buy. This is the Morning Stream.
All right, we're back. Welcome back. That was some acapella business right there.
That was some supreme acapella business.
I think that's a good way to put it.
Hey, I'm drinking out of my my TMS Love the Show though mug. Drinking my coffee this morning.
I have the little sunshine one somewhere here. I just
the Patreon mug, yeah.
So I have a really tasty idea for people.
Okay.
While I add Stephen to the call, here's what you do. If you have a Keurig at home, you get the chai tea flavor one, and you put so you brew it like normal, all right? So it's nice and hot. It's like chai latte thing. And then you take that and you put it in a blender. We have a blend tech up there. Put it in a blender, and then you take basically a pat size real butter hunk of butter, not a ton, but just like
making bulletproof coffee.
Basically. Oh yeah, you've heard of this.
Yes.
You put that in there, and then you she puts in a tablespoon or something. I forget how much, an ounce or something.
Bulletproof chai tea, I guess it would be.
Yeah. And the stuff she puts in there's some kind of coconut oil or something. And then she blends it for just like 5 seconds. And then pours it out, and you get this frothy, amazing thing that's probably fattening, but it's super good.
Probably. Yes.
Yeah.
With that butter. Probably.
It's so good though. Oh my gosh. I'm
gonna have to try that. I still haven't had the bulletproof coffee, so I need to do that as well.
Yeah, give that a shot. See what you think. Go both feet in, Brian. Jump in. The water's fine. Here's this. All the way from the ranches of beautiful Kansas. It's one, the only Stephen Schleicher. Hello, Stephen.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good, man. How are you?
Excellent.
I feel like we haven't talked to you in forever, but it's only been a week.
Yeah, no.
Oh, no, I guess we weren't here last week.
You weren't here last week.
You were sick last week.
Yeah, that's right. I was sick as a dog. Can't believe that was a week ago.
I count all the times that I'm hanging out with you guys.
There's a big red X on the calendar from last week.
And a little sad face with a tear coming out of it.
What I love about your Skype photo is that it's full. There's a big full head of hair going on there.
Yeah.
But nowadays, when I see you, you're pretty shorn. You like to keep it nice and short.
Well, it's not my fault.
Oh, is it
genetics?
Genetics are kicking in. All right. I did
Old
notice
age and genetics.
There's a photo I really don't like from Nerdtacular that is above kind of bird's eye view of Tom and I sitting at a table talking to some people. And I don't know if it's just the angle or the sun's hitting us right or whatever, but both of us have this sweet looking thinning out like spot at the top of our heads.
Oh yeah, mine's like boy, I need to take some lessons from Donald Trump on how to do a comb over right.
Yeah, dude. Well, you've seen that thing when wind blows it though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much got a life of its own. Anyway, Flobies be damned. It's Steven. We're going to talk about cool pop culture stuff, things going on. New York Comic Con just finished up. Anything from that stood out for you? Anything cool?
Oh, there's a couple of things. First of all, we could talk about the big Marvel event for 2016 that they're kicking off. It's called Avengers Standoff. And I don't really know much about it because there's only been a blurb release that basically says there's a small remote town called Pleasant Hill, but it's anything but. The townspeople are trying to get out of this gated community, but the Avengers want to keep them in. Why? Who knows? Find out. In 2016, as Avengers Standoff goes with Standoff Assault on Pleasant Hill, written by Nick Spencer and Jesus Ciaz. Then you've got Sam Wilson, Captain America, the all-new, all-different Avengers, Uncanny Avengers, New Avengers, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and probably a lot of other titles will tie into this as well.
Oh, so this is their big event.
Crossover.
It's probably their big spring event.
Weird.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
This year was the whole Secret Wars thing.
Secret Wars, and they also had that Black Mirror thing going on with the Guardians of the Galaxy and whatnot.
Oh, right.
Didn't they have
there was something else. There was an X-Men thing that happened too.
Didn't they have one where the Chuds came? Some kind of Chuds or something? What was the deal? It was a Chud thing. I can't remember. Something like that, wasn't it?
That's a crossover that needs to happen, Marvel. Make it happen.
It's like a bunch of
Chuds. Chud World and
I know what I'm thinking of. It was the Skrulls is who I'm thinking of.
Oh, that was several years ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I always thought of them as Chuds for some reason. Anyway.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. versus Chud.
Oh.
All the punctuation.
I'm in. That's fantastic. Also, we got news this week that Ant-Man is getting an actual sequel. That's exciting.
Yes. This was probably planned and expected, but it is now part of Phase 3, and they're actually moving it up. a little bit. But the biggest part of this news is it's not just an Ant-Man sequel. It's now going to be called Ant-Man and the Wasp, and it's going to hit theaters July 6, 2018. This is big news for people that were upset that not Janet, but the daughter Hope Van Dyne was just basically shoved aside in the third act and left to do nothing in the movie. This at least gives us hope that we're going to see some team-up action and featuring a lead female superhero.
Well, until the end of that, where the Stinger, no spoiler, well, it's been 2 weeks, but the Stinger features an important moment with her.
Yeah. And I think that's out on the internet. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, it's been 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So the Wasp costume was featured at the end of the Ant-Man movie. But, who knows? Maybe this will be, I would imagine that it's going to be the continuing adventures of Scott and Janet. But I don't know, or a Hope, I'm sorry. But it would be interesting to see if we could get a Hank and Janet throwback.
Like at least a flashback, right?
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite parts of that movie was that reference. So if they did some of that, that'd be pretty cool.
Now, the interesting thing about this is because of this announcement, Marvel Studios is actually moving Black Panther and Captain Marvel release date. So now Black Panther is going to arrive on February 16th of 2018, and Captain Marvel is set for March 8th of 2019.
Are those moved up or down?
I think they're moved up. Some people have said they've been moved back, but I actually believe that they've been moved up, and I haven't been able to track down all the data because everybody's already changed all their graphics and stuff from the past. So I'm pretty sure that these have been moved up.
Yeah.
But this does make Ant-Man and the Wasp the first Marvel movie to have a female character in the title of the movie.
Yeah,
right.
About time, Marvel.
Way ahead of Captain Marvel.
That's true. And even that one, I guarantee there are a bunch of film goers who only know vaguely about the Marvel Universe who think that's a dude still.
Well, yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, and the poor kids that go back and watch old DC stuff. This weekend we were watching Young Justice again, and Captain Marvel's popped up, and my son's like, wait, isn't his name Shazam? And I'm like, no, his name is Captain Marvel.
The whole Shazam Captain Marvel thing is jacked up anyway.
That was an odd copyright thing.
Right.
That I know DC kind of caved in and changed the character's name to Shazam, but man, that confuses more people still today.
Plus there was that show where they rode around in a Winnebago and stuff. That was garbage.
That was like, what, 1976 or something?
Yeah.
The New Adventures of Captain Marvel.
Utter complete trash, that show. It was bad. Although I would watch it now. I would watch it with friends or something, ironically, but at the time it was not good.
It's not good now.
Yeah, it's not going to hold up, but it'd be fun film sack fodder, I guess is what I'm saying.
Oh, well, there you go.
There's a new bunch of Star Wars novels in the works, or at least some being announced, and there's been been pretty split with my friends about this latest novel and whether people like it or not. The one that sort of sits between Jedi and the new movie. Yeah. And Garrett Weinzierl, friend of the program, does not like it at all. Tom Merritt really likes it. So I don't know where I land because I haven't read it yet. I'm too busy reading this weird old Western that I found. I don't know why I'm even reading that. I love it though. But I don't know quite what to think. I mean, this is the rewriting of the canon. We're done with Thrawn, rather.
Sure.
None of that stuff exists in canon. So what do we know about these new novels? What's happening?
Well, first we've got a short ebook called The Perfect Weapon by Delilah S. Dawson that will feature a character from The Force Awakens, and it will be released in November. A Star Wars: A New Republic novel called Bloodlines, set 6 years before the upcoming movie by Claudia Gray. That'll arrive in 2016.
Wait, before you go further. So 6 years before The Force Awakens. So Force Awakens takes place like 7 years after Return of the Jedi, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is a year after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why don't they say that?
Yeah, they should say that. That's weird.
It lets everybody go, whoa, wait a minute. This is going to have...
Yeah. Good point.
Then there is, let's see, the Aftermath trilogy. That I guess that's the new one by Chuck Winding.
Oh yeah, I loved Aftermath. Klinger and Potter. Aftermath. Sorry.
Yes, Aftermath. So he'll be writing 2 more books in that trilogy called Life, Debt, and Empire's End. And then Alan Dean Foster will be writing a story featuring a character from The Force Awakens for Star Wars Insider. So there's a lot of stuff coming out, and they're going to pump out. I thought that last year that was it 2 years ago when they announced all the new books that they were going to be pumping them out pretty quickly. This is about a new book every other month. Or more, if they're all coming out next year. So there's no word on release date except for the ones that I mentioned in 2016, but lots more.
Garrett had said on Current Geek on Friday that he didn't feel like the the books that everyone is so sad that were pulled out of canon actually hold up anymore either. He thinks that stuff's not as good as we think it is.
Yeah, and in hindsight, our memories are often have a rosier picture of the past than that actually was. So
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Okay, so here it is. You're right. Aftermath. Yeah, the Goodreads has a bunch of stuff up already, so people can go check this out. I guess these aren't, but a lot of these aren't out. I don't know why they have reviews
No, some
already.
of them, well, they may be early reviews.
I guess. I think this is just people going, I think
But
it's
no,
gonna
the
suck.
first Aftermath book is out. It's the other two that are coming out in the next year or two.
I've heard really good things about Dark Disciple from Christy Golden. Now, that is I want to say, a continuation of the. I mean, this is considered new canon, but it's not. It's not the old. It's the old, or it's the prequel stuff.
The Star Wars Legends stuff.
I think so, but she's famous for all her World of Warcraft books. That's kind of where she's made her mark, and they're really, those are really good. War Crimes was freaking awesome, arguably better than the game that it's based on. But Dark Disciple, I've heard really good things about. So anyway,
cool. Well, if words with pictures are more your liking, don't forget Marvel is releasing more and more and more Star Wars books these days. I think now Darth Vader number 10 just came out last week. Chewbacca, either number 1 or number 2, is out very soon. They've got Lando, they've got Princess Leia miniseries, they've got the regular Star Wars ongoing stuff, and I know that there's about 5 more titles that they haven't announced yet that are coming up in the next year. So if you want Star Wars, Marvel has you covered on the comic book side.
Nice.
Yeah, and I think I remember seeing on Diamond Comics or one of these sites that the Star Wars comics are some of the best-selling comics out there right now.
If you look and see at the solicitations for last month, DC made it with, I think Batman was at number 6, and that's usually the hallmark. That's kind of their benchmark for measuring all the other comics. But if you look in the top 10, I think Secret Wars was in there twice, but the rest were all Star Wars comics.
I do. I'm. If you're telling me that Star Wars has the ability to make a bunch of money in lots of markets, I don't know if I'm ready to believe this.
And that's the thing that I find kind of funny, because people are always like, "Oh my gosh, DC publishes nothing but Batman comics." Well, what's Marvel publishing right now? They're almost publishing Star Wars comic after Star Wars comic and Amazing Spider-Man, because those are the ones that sell the most.
They all do what they do. Why is Image the freaking Walking Dead company? Because it is.
Right.
Because
are you saying that they do what they do to make money?
Yes.
Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Please. I get all sorts of hate mail from publishers and companies when I say, yeah, it's a money grab.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is not a money grab. We are simply selling what is popular.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, how's that not a money
grabbing
grab?
money? I know it has a negative connotation. I don't see it that way. It's just business. I get it. I'm glad there's creative outlets for business and they can make money on things I love, but it's not that big a deal to call it what it is. I can say this with some authority, not really authority. I can say this with some certainty. I played the PC beta of the new Battlefront game.
Battlefront.
Oh, yeah.
It is gorgeous, that game. And I'm not going to be hyperbolic about this. It knocked my socks off visually. It is Star Wars, and you are in it, and it is vast, and it is vistas of Tatooine and Hoth like you've never seen. I can't even believe they're making this thing visually the way they're making it. And
and
beautiful game.
For those people that I think were trying to get into it or playing it, Star Wars Battlefront beta extended by a day.
Yeah,
cool.
today I think is the last day.
Yeah, to the 13th.
13th, okay.
13th, okay.
Yeah, so tomorrow then.
I downloaded. I haven't played it yet. And you say it's a gorgeous game. How's gameplay?
Good. It's basically, if you imagine the vastness and the many people on teams kind of experience that the Battlefield games have always represented. It's that, but instead of tanks and planes and Jeeps, it's X-Wing fighters and AT-ATs. And when that first ATST came after me in this one mode, and I just about pooped myself. I mean, they've really gone for it. It is the sounds, the sights. It is a childhood dream come true to be in that world. So I'm actually pretty sure that the gameplay itself is basically Battlefield. I don't think that's really, they're not reinventing the wheel there. There's a few things that are kind of interesting about it, like the Vader and the Luke stuff in it. It's kind of cool. They're basically ultimate vehicles you can be later on. And there's some really funny videos coming out of that. But it just is so Star Wars and so lovingly Star Wars and so detailed and crafted. The skyboxes alone, there's like, you look up in the sky and it's daytime, but you're seeing like Star Destroyers having fights with X-Wings it's happening everywhere, and the sounds and the music, and it's just amazing. And the stormtroopers just drop like flies. It's fantastic.
That's awesome.
I can't wait.
I pre-ordered mine, I think, the week that they first announced it.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting till November to get it.
I'm thinking about getting. It's the first game this year I'm thinking about getting on PC and on PS4, so I can. My kids want to play it in the living room, and I want to have it on my PC for where I can, have keyboard and mouse control. So, plus oh my gosh, I don't know if it's just my video card or what, dude, but it's a beautiful game.
Yeah, I got mine on PS4, so hopefully it is as good as everything else.
That's a good carryover to Veronica's segment, talking about video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Steven,
well done. Well planned,
Yeah,
Steven.
well done. Steven Schleicher, everybody, over there at Majorspoilers.com. Anything happening on the site or otherwise you'd like folks to know about?
Let's see. There's Paul Rubens will be Penguin's father in Gotham, and there's a new trailer for Daredevil Season 2 featuring Punisher and Elektra. You can go check it out now, Majorspoilers.com.
Wow, really?
Penguin, take the trash out.
Oh, I guess. So just like in the Tim Burton movie.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. He was the dad in the Tim Burton movie?
He was the dad he was the Penguin's dad in the Tim Burton movie.
I don't remember that. That's weird.
It was him and Simone from Pee-wee's Big Adventure dumping Cobblepot into the river, Gotham River.
Fantastic.
Yep.
That sounds awesome.
That is fantastic. I love that.
All right. Read that and more at Majorspoilers.com. Follow him on Twitter at Majorspoilers. Steven, have a fantastic day.
You too, guys. Bye.
See you guys later. See you later. Brian, you went all crusty. Why?
Oh.
Here, let me try
Is
this.
it better now?
Let me try this. Resume call. Okay, how about now?
All right. Give it a second to kind of figure its stuff out.
Much better. Much better. See
okay,
if
good.
Video changes that. No, you're good.
I wanna sound nice for Veronica.
Yeah. Well, don't we all?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just one truth that never leaves our lives. All right. Let's see. Veronica Belmonte. Let's get her in here. See what's up. What's going on. What's happening in the world of her. Veronica Ann Belmont is in the house talking video games and hanging out with us on a Monday. Hello, V. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
I'm very good. I love your dog park photos. Please keep putting those up. Those make me happy. For whatever reason.
You can all follow Bodega on Instagram at Daily Bodega.
Oh. No, what name? Where'd you get the name? I feel like I should know this.
Well, not really. She was named that at Guide Dogs.
Oh, okay. So just Bodega. Oh, you know what I'm thinking of is that Boyega guy that's in the new Star Wars movie. That's why. I thought maybe I'm like, Veronica named her dog after a character we haven't seen in the movie yet or something like that.
That would be very forward-looking of me, yes.
What kind of crazy freak names their dogs after Star Wars characters? Jeez.
Yeah, I can't imagine who would do that.
That's bananas.
I named my girl dog Jim Raynor. I have no room to talk. Anyway, it's good to have you on. V comes on the show. We talk about video games briefly on Mondays. I always love that. What's happening in the world?
Some weird stuff. You probably heard about this, but Activision on their Call of Duty Twitter account caused a bit of a stir last week by live tweeting a fake terrorist attack.
Oh, right, yeah.
Did you hear about this?
I did hear about it, but if anything, did they just apologize? Like, how did this all? Well, I guess we.
No, they haven't said anything.
Oh, really?
They won't even comment to GameSpot, who wrote the article that I'm reading this on. They changed the Call of Duty Twitter page to be the name Current Events AGG, which I assume means aggregator, kind of like breaking news or whatever. They changed the profile icon, they changed the backsplash, they changed everything. The tagline is "Where we bring you real news."
Oh my gosh.
And they have almost 3 million followers, so that's a lot of people.
Yeah, that's a huge impact. That's what it reminds me of is like War of the Worlds back in the radio days, and everybody thought it was real. This is the kind of modern equivalent of that, probably.
And I wouldn't be surprised if one of their marketing people was like, this is War of the Worlds for the new era.
Yeah.
We're gonna get that kind of attention, like pitch it that way. So they started tweeting this.
So well back then either.
No,
it did not. It did not. So yeah, it caused a bit of a stir. People were calling it insensitive or inflammatory. People getting a little riled up about it. What do you think? For good reason, or do you think people are just overly sensitive? Do you think it was a good idea? How does this make you feel?
It makes me feel like it's just a dumb idea.
It's too easy to go wrong. They're going to get some great buzz off of it, and there's going to be some controversy, which is also going to get them some great buzz. But it just seems like they should know right off the bat. Oh yeah, there's some people who are going to take this really wrong, and it's going to give us some bad press.
I think part of it might have made the approval because the Twitter account is at Call of Duty.
Right, you'd have to see that for sure.
And people probably assume, or I shouldn't say people, they probably assume that people would see that and know that, oh, whatever comes out of this is going to be game related, so we're okay to push the boundaries a little bit. I don't think anybody there thought they were going to, create a real stir.
Sure. Some game fan retweets this. Their mom sees it, has no idea that Call of Duty is a game.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh my gosh. It's a reputable news source like Fox News is for her or whatever.
And it's a verified account, so you're going to see that check mark there too.
Oh, I didn't think about that. That's a good point. Oh,
so this article is all, of course, to promote Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So these are the events that are unfolding, I guess, in the game, or they kind of said this was a glimpse into the future fiction of Black Ops 3. So they did wrap it up with that. But if people are just seeing one tweet out of context, context can be pretty important online.
Yeah, words matter. Sure. I also I don't know that they need to do it because it's Call of Duty.
I know.
They tend to
Everyone's buying your game anyway, guys.
Yeah, you don't need some wickedly viral campaign to make them sell more. I think they're going to sell what they're going to sell, and it's not going to make that big of a difference. In this particular case, the fact that they haven't... I guess I'm less surprised about the tactic and more surprised that they haven't said a word about it.
Maybe they've responded since then, but in this article, oh my gosh, I just realized this article is from September 30th.
Oh.
So it's been a few days back, but so I'm curious to see. I haven't heard any response. That's true. This was probably for last week's.
Yeah. As of October 1st, there was still no update from them. They did they did a series of tweets. So here's the first one. Breaking news: unconfirmed reports are coming in of an explosion at the north bank of the Singapore Marina. And then it goes on to say reports are starting to emerge of roadblocks on major thoroughfares, turning to back traffic from the scene from the apparent accident. Update: Singapore authorities have officially announced a state of emergency and declared martial law. And then the final one was citizens living in the area being asked to stay in their homes and keep their doors and windows closed. And that was it.
Yeah, I'm looking at them. Yeah, they haven't really mentioned it again since then. But it's all news. What did they say? What's the phrase? Like, any press is good press, or
good PR. No, there's no such thing as bad PR.
No such thing as bad press. Yeah.
I would argue that that's mostly true, but not always true. I don't know. I mean, did the FBI show up at
That's Jared Fogle. What he thinks of his press lately.
Yeah, maybe there's some exceptions, but
ask Subway.
But do you think? I mean, I wonder if anybody from the government did say anything. Like, do you think they would ever? Because when people do threats online, I guess threats, those are often taken seriously and are followed through on. And if somebody even says they're considering suicide, a lot of times there's a big reaction to that. But in a case like this, it does seem like you're causing public harm, maybe by.
Yeah, I guess just taken alone, people could get the wrong idea. But at the same time, maybe the onus is on us to do some research into our sources and figure out the veracity of online posts like this. And, use critical thinking before we go retweeting stuff or quoting stuff. I just did the same thing.
In a podcast about somebody hauling cow eyeballs in their colon.
Yeah, that one. Like that one. Like where I brought that story. See, today we don't count because we just talk about stupid shit and no one cares. But when it's like serious stuff, like here's the thing. I look at Twitter and I go, I don't believe 90% of this anymore because I've been jaded for so long about clickbait and everything else. Everything's a mashable list that has nothing to do with anything and I shouldn't click it. So I would have seen this and gone, oh, no big deal. But I'm the son-in-law of a man who called my daughter once, or my wife, and said, so there's this really nice guy who needs money. He emailed me. I don't know him, but he lives in this other country. Like, all of his sweet-natured kindness, goodness came out, and he completely, almost sent a few $1,000s to this Nigerian scammer in a time that was only, I think it was like last year. Well, we all should be jaded. So I guess my point is there are demographics who would read this, although I don't know who's following Call of Duty who would freak out.
It's more the retweeting. I think, when people start retweeting stuff and it starts spreading or quoting tweets or, it can get a little dicey there.
A little bit. Hey, have you played the total switching subjects, but have you played the Star Wars Battlefront beta by chance?
No, I haven't.
You should download that and look at it. It's really, I know you're not a giant wait, are you the one that told me you're not a huge Star Wars fan?
I'm not I like Star Wars fine. fine. Yeah.
It's okay.
Star Wars is fine. It's
not.
Fine
It doesn't rule your day. It doesn't make you. You don't lose sleep about where you're going to be in line for the first day and all that.
Exactly.
I totally understand that, but it. I just feel like telling all my friends who have Origin to at least look at this thing before the beta goes away because it is freaking gorgeous.
All right.
I want an RPG. I want someone to make. Someone needs to take the Frostbite engine and make an RPG in that thing.
Ooh.
Then all bets are off.
Well, I've heard all good things. I mean, pretty much everyone I know has really enjoyed it so far. So I think that's a pretty good indicator that I will also probably enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I have to finish The Witcher.
I know. Finish The Witcher. That's a lifetime event. You got to do that.
I'm so close.
Well, Veronica Belmont, always a pleasure. Don't tweet dumb things is what we learned today, everybody. So be good. Be nice. V, have a fantastic week. Have fun. And we'll see you next time.
See you guys.
Bye.
See you.
Don't forget to catch her little show she does on Engadget every week.
Yes.
I think it's weekly.
Dear Veronica.
Well, your internet went weird again. What's going on,
Again?
Skype?
Okay, so it's something when we add and
remove people.
Add and remove people to the call.
Here, I'll pause you again. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, now you're fine again.
A new Skype quirk, ladies and gentlemen, we've discovered.
Wonderful.
We should name this quirk after us.
You're up to date, I guess, right? You're always up to date.
GMS syndrome. I think so.
Who knows?
Who knows?
You'd
They
have to
come
do
out
it
with
now.
updates so often.
I may have just made an impulse buy on Amazon. Gosh,
what did you buy?
Gosh dang it. So we've been trying to figure out Carter is doing editing and sound work and all kinds of stuff at the university, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And one of the problems is she's got my old iMac here and my old Wacom, and so she's got some decent hardware to work on at home when it comes to that stuff. But while she's in class or while she's between classes, she wants to be able to do more up there. And I've learned that what I really use, I got a screaming deal on that MacBook in the first place, which is why I have it.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned that what I really mostly use it for, though, 99% of the time, is show prep and document management and emails. I mean, that's really my life.
Sure.
On that thing, and I don't really use it for anything that it's truly capable of using, like she would. So what we're thinking of doing is, and it's a few years old now, so it's it's kind of time to pass it down. I pass that down to her and then get me some new something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But all I need is something basic like that. So I've been asking around on Twitter and stuff, and I've gotten talked into and just pulled the trigger on a $300 Toshiba Chromebook 2.
Oh, a Chromebook, sure, yeah.
Because it's basically doing all the stuff I use my notebook for.
Right.
And I don't need anything else than that. In fact, if anything, it will help me stay focused on those tasks. Because what happens with a much more, fully featured operating system is you get distracted. Oh, look at this YouTube. I guess you can still do YouTube,
right.
but you get distracted.
Can't install other things on there.
Right.
So.
I can't put a game. I can't put Heroes of the Storm on there or some other very distracting thing. So, I'm going to try it out. Everyone's raving about this one, so I can't believe I'm buying a Toshiba notebook, basically. That's the weirdest sounding thing ever to come out of my mouth, but I did. And they're just inexpensive, and I'd love to get that Google Chrome, what's it called? Chromebook Pixel? Pixel's it called?
Oh, the Pixel, yeah. Somebody actually just mentioned that.
Yeah, those are beautiful, but they're $1,000.
Pricey, yeah.
Yeah,
right. Might as well get a MacBook Air.
Yeah, I'll get an Air for that, so there's no point in that. I wanted something sub 500 and I found it, so that's what I'm getting. Anyway, it'll be here tomorrow. Ugh, I don't like just throwing $300 at something, but I need it and she needs it. We had to do it. We made the decision. I'm gonna consider. It's like I have another car payment. Since I don't have a car payment, car's paid off. I'll pretend I had one this month. There, I feel better about everything now. It all makes sense in my financial mind. Brian, I'm gonna tell you about a Twitter exchange and then we're gonna get out of here.
All right, sounds good.
Yesterday, I said this. Whoops. Let me pick this up. Okay.
Or Saturday you did.
Saturday. I said this. I said, hopping on the 3-hour NVIDIA XP show in just a minute. Load her up. Twitch.tv/NVIDIA and then a photo of me and our phone number and hey, come be on the NVIDIA show. Okay? I do it every week. Letting people know what's up. People come over, they watch the stream, we have a good time. I get a tweet from somebody. I'm not going to use his real name. Let's call him Jeff.
Okay.
It's not his real name. He says... It's a reply. He says, doubt you care, but this NVIDIA business just made me unfollow. And I thought...
Why?
So I wrote back and said, why? I don't get it. I mean, I literally asked the simple question, why I don't get it.
Yeah.
And he wrote back, all right, I'm back. Carry on. And then I said, now I'm really confused. Want to explain? And then nothing.
Nothing.
So then I do the thing that I should do first that I never seem to do first, which is go look at their timeline.
Right, exactly.
And I did. They have they've been a member of Twitter since 2009, November 2009, a very long time. As long as, that's longer than FilmSack's been out, or maybe a little bit shorter.
Yeah, close to it, yeah.
He follows
6 years on Twitter.
He follows 13 people.
Uh-huh.
He has 2 tweets.
And we just read both of them.
We just read both of them.
Right.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is, I don't even think he's trolling me. I'm just trying to understand it.
Right.
And he's left me completely perplexed. This is where I have... Okay, people always say, what gets under your skin on the internet? People can be totally outright trolls and be total jerks to me. Fine. Go for it. There's a guy the other day who just absolutely could not get off the idea that I am some kind of left-wing anti-gun nut. And it didn't matter what I said, and he called me a liar 5 or 6 times. And I said, all right, well, we're probably done having this conversation. It doesn't bother me. I'll have the conversation. If it doesn't work out, it's all right. It's poop in the wind. I couldn't get through to him. He couldn't get through to me. It's fine.
Sure.
I don't have a problem with those things. They don't eat me up. They don't make me dream about them, okay? But the ones who are weird and mysterious like this, I can't for the life of me figure this out.
I know. And I think that you've just got to shrug your shoulders and say, okay, whatever.
Doubt you care, but this NVIDIA business just made me. It's like trying to figure out the Illuminati here.
I do like the fact that he says, okay, I'm back. Carry on.
Carry on.
Like, all right, I'm back following you, so you can go back to doing NVIDIA.
This is my point. I just don't know how to interpret any of it. And I feel I don't want any. Listen, I'm going to ask the chat room to look at this. I'm not going to ask you. Do not reply to him or give him a hard time. Do not give him any crap. Okay?
No, of course not.
I just want you to see it, but don't be jerks out there on this. I just want you to see it. There's the tweet or the conversations. You can see them all. 2 tweets ever. They were both about NVIDIA business, making him unfollow. 10 minutes later, okay, fine, I'll follow you back. Just want an interpretation from somebody. Somebody out there, tell me what you think all that means. Maybe the guy on the line right now knows. It's Ralph, everybody. Ralph, hello.
It was not me, I swear.
Outed.
Because I was wondering if it might be Ralph. Ralph, give me your theory. You're a guy who likes a little psychology. You're a guy who I think
the 2009 thing throws me. Otherwise, I think they just made the account just to mess with you.
Right, just to exactly. But the fact that they've had that for 6 years and they've been waiting for the right moment to tweet, and by golly, Saturday, this NVIDIA business has just got me pushed over the edge.
It's somebody from ATI.
Maybe that's what I was thinking. Because what does it mean? Just because I'm doing a gig for NVIDIA, that would be enough. And let's say you hate NVIDIA. Your card blew up in your machine, or you got some problem with the, I don't know, graphics settings in The Witcher or some other issue. Let's say that's all true.
They're like, oh, you sold out or something.
Oh, was that what they're saying? Because I did. Well, they're paying me for that gig. If that's what he's talking about, of course they did. What does he think I'm doing? So I had that thought.
3 hours on a Saturday, and you're,
Well, here's my
other show. You should be getting paid for it.
Here's my other thought. He's got a photo up there. It's not an egg. It's a photo. Right. And now I'm starting to read into the photo going, all right, it looks like a guy who's not sure how this camera works. So is he looking like, what's he doing? I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying he's left me with so little to go on. I have to interpret everything.
His goal was to make you spend a lot of time on it.
I know. Do you see the photo, Brian? Do you see what I'm talking about?
I do see the photo. It's like...
Is this on? Is what he's saying?
I'm looking into the future. I'm not going to look directly at the camera. I'm looking into the future.
And then I thought, well, maybe who he follows will say something. Oh, it won't do it unless I log in. Damn it. Maybe I have to just log in. Hold on. No, forget. Okay. So now I'm logging in. All right. I want to see who he follows. I know Veronica's one of them. So there's some shared frog panty people. All right. So here we go. Richard Dawkins, Bill Nye, Amazon Movie Reviews, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Bob Delaney, Veronica Belmont, Megan Aram, Conan O'Brien, me, Bill Gates, Eric Van Skyhawk for some reason, David Lynch, and App Slappy. So then that leads me to think...
Why you got me down on Eric?
No, I just like giving Eric a hard time. But App Slappy's probably the origin here, right? Because it's me and Eric.
Yeah.
And that's the right time.
It's exactly the right time.
Right.
2009, you're absolutely right. But in 2015, you leave this tweet and it's an NVIDIA thing. I still don't have a connection.
People are mentioning, by the way, in the chat room, you can delete your tweets every week. So... That might not be his first 2 tweets. That might just be the first 2 tweets that
he didn't
or the only 2 tweets he's currently kept.
So we got to imagine the others were worse.
I guarantee you that by a factor of 10, you're spending more time thinking about this than he
Oh, I guarantee it. And maybe this is the whole end game. Maybe this is all he wanted. And you know what? If that's true, freaking touche, man. Way to go. You put me on a path. And it's a dumb thing, and it's not going to get me anywhere to know it. I desire understanding, always. So when somebody comes out and goes, I want to know what they meant.
Sure.
It drives me crazy, especially when it's shrouded in mystery and soaking in an enigma juice. Just tell me what the hell's going on. I would love to have a conversation with him where he said, yeah, I hate NVIDIA and I'm sad that you're doing this for him. Great. At least I'd know. Instead, it's like, I'm unfollowing you, and you probably don't care. Why? Okay, I'm back.
Okay, you've convinced me.
You raise a good point, sir.
Yeah, I brought up a really good point in asking why.
I didn't know you were going to respond.
I'm really boggled on it, but whatever.
See, I have all these accounts that I made years ago that I now know what to do with.
Yeah, see, you know how to listen, and you do it intelligently, and make sure you have an egg face. You don't want to have a real photo there. That's the.
I do like the fact that your Twitter avatar is a dude with an egg face photo in front of him. I love that.
It was on one of my comics, and I thought, you know what, that would make a pretty good avatar.
The greatest Twitter avatar ever.
I should be trolling with it. Anyway. Thank you.
I'm the guy with the egg in front of a face in front of an egg.
Oh, don't use Inception. That one of those eggs is moving much slower than the other two. Ralph is the man. Thanks for hanging out with us, dude.
Wait, I want to ask you one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Potato? Did you listen to the potato?
No, I still haven't. No, I was going to run with it yesterday, and I ended up not jogging. Ralph sent me this rad story, and I did listen to it.
It's a scary potato thing.
Yeah, it's a scary potato story based on our what'd you call it, Brian? The tubering?
Right, yes. Yeah, have you been tubered?
Yeah, so it came from that, and now I just need to listen to it. Thank you for the reminder. Today's the day.
You might be our winner, because I don't think anybody else did any sort of tubering.
No. We got some photos. Somebody did.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. It was hashtagged. Remember we told them to use the hashtag?
We told them the hashtag, you got tubered.
Yeah, we have to go look.
Oh, we're giving away something then, for sure.
Yeah, we got to find out who that first person was.
Or the best one. It's not first. It's just who, we randomly pick from whoever did it.
Okay, and if it was just one of you, then we'll randomly pick you.
Guaranteed, yeah. But hey, you know what? We'll give you one more day. If you want to in on this prize package, Scott's sending you something. I'm sending you something.
Yep.
Just take a photo of a potato on somebody's doorstep. You're probably going to do it on your own doorstep.
Yeah, we know you're going to cheat.
With a sticky note on it that says "You got tubered."
Yeah, even if you can somehow show us your doorstep and then show us someone else's doorstep with the tuber
on it.
Yeah.
That, how do we know that they're not just taking a picture of somebody else's doorstep?
Yeah, and have it be an actual potato, like not your wiener or something like that. I don't want that.
Oh, jeez.
Well, you know how some people are. You know how they get.
I did not even consider that as a possibility.
I just don't.
Scott gives Twitter ideas.
Yeah, don't do it there, Tuna Can. All right, John, Ralph, thanks, dude. Have a good one.
Talk to you later.
Thanks, Ralph.
I love Ralph. That's it. That's all you're gonna get today. Tomorrow we bring it all back again, and we do it again. So come on back for that. Except Daniel, he thinks we've gotten soft. Frogpants.com/TMS is the website. Email us the morning.
You just get under your skin.
I don't know why. Because do you see the commonality here?
Thick skin.
It's
Scott.
not the thick skin. It's the.
Water off a duck's back. No. I'm telling you what you got to do. You got to just water off a duck's back.
No, I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, you see the pattern. It's the ones that bug me are always the mysterious ones.
Mysterious ones, sure.
The ones that defy normal human constructive conversation and behavior. Then I go, what are we talking about? Like
I don't like your views on Carly Fiorina. Okay, sorry, thanks.
They could say that. I have no problem with that. You could say to me, even when people do it, they go, "Oh, you're such a lefty, you just don't admit it." I'll go, "Okay."
Hate your attitude at Coverville. What?
Yeah.
Why?
Or Scott, why are you such a conservative? How come you think guns are good?
Yeah.
I get it both sides all the time, and I just blow it off. It's okay. It's fine. But these other things where it's like mystery burger, I just don't understand it. Anyway, 801-471-0462. Leave us a voicemail. Twitter is a place you can go and find us. Coverville for Brian, me at Scott Johnson, and the show at Morning Stream. We're at frogpants.reddit.com. And if you'd like to support the show, please do. If you find it valuable, if you get a kick out of it, if you have a good time, consider supporting us at patreon.com/TMS. That's it. We're done. Let's get the hell out of here. You got music?
All right. I do.
All right.
Andrew Lyons wrote in, said, "All hail the Duke of Doodles and the King of Covers. My wife and I will be celebrating our 3rd wedding anniversary on the 13th, and I would love if you could play her a cover of or by Sarah Bareilles, one of our favorite artists. Hannah, I love you more than the sun and the moon and the stars and shit."
Wow, you're a big softy. You really know how to get a girl.
Please play the cover on the 12th or the 13th so I can play it for her on our anniversary roll. Your wish is my command. I know this is a request that could have been today or tomorrow, but I'm playing it now. I'm playing it today. All right, get over it.
Jeez.
This is a cover of. This is great. This is a Sarah Bareilles cover of "Take on Me," originally by a-ha. She included this on "Careful Confessions," and it's sweet, it's loving, and it's a great tune for you guys. So here is Sarah Bareilles and "Take on Me."
All right, take us on tomorrow, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Bye.